Yo. Hold up. Ring ding 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 ding. Hold up. Ring ding 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 ding. Hold up. Okay. Welcome to making paper cranes that have little things drawn onto each quarter. Thought of the day is this. Imagine it is the 1800s and you are a painter and you exist in a larger community of like a bunch of painters, and you can go to town with a painting every 6 months, and that's when you know most people are going to be in town. And in between 6 months you only really know like other like painter friends or people or like something like that. Now and then like you can deal with the thoughts of your personal life and your paintings or whatever, and blah 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 blah, and react to the other paintings in the square. And you get to do that probably, yeah, like every 6 months you go to the square. Now, basically, there's a huge freaking update that happens in this town, and suddenly you can bring as many paintings as you want to town whenever you want. And now, instead of having there be like a couple people in town, literally there's a billion people in town, and if they like your painting, the billion people, they will tell you immediately. So then it's like, bruh, if you lived in the second world, or you lived in the world post-update, like why would you not love going to town with your paintings? Like why would you not want to do as many as you could? Maybe you have the will of steel and you really are focused on making your paintings awesome, but maybe you just like are a person and you just like low-key, like you fuck with the town, you like the energy, it's like fun. Now, pretend that is everyone. that's how my grand metaphor ends. Yeah, pretty much. What away? Because I don't know. I just feel like I could really benefit from being like locked in a room. I would have some crazy freaking like good ideas and make some cool things. But it's hard to, because like why would you sequester oneself? Or it's hard to, at least, when you're like. It feels like, yo, like, why not, like, post whatever I want to whenever? And, like, there's not really anything wrong with that, per se. Just the question arises of, like, if that's, like, if that'll, result in what you want to be doing. Like, I'm interested in, like, if the two painter towns were compared, like, maybe one of them has, like, a crazy different scene than the other. I mean, I guess that's kind of what happened with, like, history and stuff. But, like, maybe it would be a little less self-referential. Because, I don't know, I'm worried I crank out nothing burgers. Like, a burger full of nothing. Are you hearing that? It's because I'm in the beautiful town of Santiago right now. That's a cool temple. And that's a cool church. We out here, kind of in this cool elevated area. And what we're doing is we're drawing to make cranes, not crayons. That's what I've done so far. Of mine. It's like a kid over there. And he's holding on to something. Sorry, there's not much of an art update as I do these. Do you think fish are happy in those like little like circle tanks they have? Like I feel like there's always two fish and they're like always like they're just like smiling or something. Like I feel like life is pretty nice for fish in the little fish bowl. Or maybe that's an idea I've been sold to. One of my friends started working at Petco recently. Shout out Caleb. Shout out also all the W music racks. He recently put me on 8 Rookie, who's French, because apparently the French underground is popping right now. Hit me up if you're in the French underground. I'll feature on a song for a discounted price. Because I feel like I usually take like 20 bands for a feature usually, and like I do a lot of them, so like I don't know, that's like kind of like the lower price, because like if I maybe did less features I'd probably have it higher, but like I do a fair amount, so like 20 bands right there. That's just kind of how I roll. Okay, I really hate how this looks. You ever be drawing and you just like messing it up and you're just like, damn, you're like, bro, why did I do that? Yeah, not the biggest fan of how these really all finally turned out. That's kind of how it goes a lot of the time. There's this cat trying to take a picture of the fish pool. Here we have a Bart Simpson looking ass creature holding a Hershey Kiss that's above the the thing. Somebody's passed out asleep underneath the fishbowl, by the way, but they don't get to be drawn all the way. And then here's Bart Simpson when he locks in, once he writes enough things on the wall. Everyone's one day away from being the Joker, actually. He's just that just was one day that happened. Wow. That's ominous. Who up scared of the passage of time? I don't know. If I lived in a place with a bell that went off like routinely. I started saying that and then I realized I do actually live in a place where a bell goes off routinely. Dang. Signs your YouTube channel is entertaining. You accidentally say things that are not true. Question of the day I've been thinking about is, what medium would you most prefer a story about like two people like texting each other to be in? It's just like, because it's interesting. Like that's kind of how our life really is. A lot of our life is like texting people, and that's kind of where some major shit goes down. So how is that going to make its way into like what you consume? Because I'm not gonna lie, if it's Netflix where they have those little speech bubbles that just like pop up as they're texting, I hate that. I hate that so much. Something's gotta change. And I'm gonna start a club. It's called Moms Against Text Bubbles in Movies. Which you gotta sell plasma to get into the club. Oh, it's kind of coming together a teensy bit, as you can see there. A lucky lineup of sorts. Bart's mischievous face on the other side. Next time I'm gonna draw glitched Bart. I'm gonna draw all the Barts, like glitched Bart, like flowy Bart. I don't even know. You know what I mean? The 4 Barts though. I'm gonna get them all. W fold, bro. W fold. Oh my gosh. Are we seeing this? Ladies and gentlemen, it's not often. Oh, I can't tap it. I can't tap the focus. This is gonna be tough. It's not often a fold like this happens, bro. Okay, I'm just healthily surprised, as everyone should be. I already can tell a good fold is about to happen. Look at this. This is all happening over this dude's tie. My fold. Let's see. Oh, no, it actually hit it. You actually can't see it. Oh, that's awkward. Well, now we can reveal why we did what we did. Okay. Here is my new thing. I call it, it's like a crane. And there's a little, you can definitely see the cat right there. Wow. Oh my God, he's flying. Final review. Here he is. Bye.